what's good? This is your man Montel Jordan, and you're listening to Rap Rankings because this is how they rank it. That's right. Timestamps in the description. I don't know what that means, but it means something to y'all, so it means something to me. Hey, thank y'all for letting my music be a part of the soundtrack to your lives and to your successful podcast. All right? God bless.
What did Jesse and Mel say a few minutes ago when Moulz's internet went out about this whole review?
What did we say?
Honestly, never mind. Like, how is it that the white guy's internet doesn't work? It's supposed to be black people problems, Moulz.
The internet went out, and I think it's a conspiracy. I think Drake is trying to silence me, even though I paid my money. I paid my $9.49, and I bought this thing. I think he's trying to silence my thoughts now.
Oh, brother. I've never wanted to be here less. It's not because I'm in Aubrey's Angel and he let me down. It's because this is so unasked for. It's so unnecessary. It's so unneeded from him. We just got an album 9 months ago. We didn't need this. We didn't need this genre. We didn't need this talk, this content, this subject matter. Okay, we got enough rappers rapping about women. Okay, the Jack Harlow album, that was it's for the bitches, nigga. The Boogie album that dropped, I heard the leak. That was for the bitches, nigga. This is also for the bitches, nigga. Or rather, to diss the bitches. Yeah, West Side Boogie. Yeah,
that's an album for women.
Yeah, to my unfortunate surprise, yes.
I'm a fan of his. I plan to check
I am
it out.
too. I am too. But that was just a whole lot of I'm toxic. She hates me for it. It's this album, but just you're not at a festival, and you haven't taken any sort of pills.
Before we get ahead of ourselves here, this is the Rap Rankings first listen. New album review of Drake's Honestly Nevermind. And as the title suggests, first listen, new album is a knee-jerk first listen reaction. We just came off of listening to the album. It just came out. And we're going to give our thoughts, raw thoughts. And to do that, Mel, we got to let them know how the rating system works.
I'm going to let them know how it works. Jesse, you got headphones on?
Yeah, they're plugged in. Why?
I don't know. I heard Moulz echoing.
I'll turn my volume down a little.
This is OVO sabotage. This is OVO sabotage because he wanted to put out this. I just drank a spritzer at my freaking Canada mansion and said the same phrase for 5 minutes, and he doesn't want us to talk about it.
It sound any better?
Yeah, you're good.
I think you
good
sound
now.
fine, but
you're good now.
Yeah, let's let them know how the system works, and then we can get into the album.
All right, I'm hitting the button because I'm not reading that. Here we go. The rating system is simple. Each song is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. These numbers do not reflect the quality of a song, as that is indeterminable. Instead, each number reflects the level of enjoyment. In short, here's what each number means. 10 means, this is a perfect song to me, one of my favorite songs of all time. 9 means, I love it. 8 means, I like it a lot. 7 means, I like it. 6 means, it's alright. I don't dislike it, but I can't say that I like it. 5 means, I feel practically nothing about this. 4 means, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but I dislike it. 3 means, I dislike it. 2 means, I hate it. And 1 means, I absolutely can't stand it. One of the worst things I've ever heard. Side note, when you hear Moulz or I add a plus or a minus to the ratings, understand that those pluses and minuses have no mathematical or statistical value. They are merely indicators that mean one of two things. First thing it means is like it's saying a strong or light version of that number. You hear a 6 plus, it's like a strong 6. 8 minus, light 8. Second thing it means is, the rating could go up or down in the future. That 6+, it's on the border. It could be a 7- one day, or 8 or a 9 or a 10, or it could drop. The point is the ratings on this show are not static. We have a whole segment dedicated to changing ratings when needed called I Was Fucking Tripping. So look out for that. Other than that, don't fret about the pluses and minuses. Once every song on an album is rated, 3 separate ratings are determined: the takeaway rating, the average rating, and the weighted rating. The takeaway rating is the percentage of songs liked, that is, songs rated 7 or higher. For example, on a 10-song album, if you like 5 songs, the takeaway rating would be 50%. The average rating is the percentage obtained by dividing the sum of the song scores by the highest possible score that particular album can receive. For example, each song can receive a maximum score of 10 points. So if an album has 10 songs, the highest possible score would be 100 points. The weighted rating is the percentage obtained by adding the takeaway rating to the average rating and dividing by 2.
And we're back. And just so you know, the stuff about the board is irrelevant in this case because first listens do not go on the board.
I was just going to cut that out like Jesse recommended. It's like it's a remix version of the button, the automated system, but I cut out the unnecessary portions. Look,
and
people,
we have a $1 bet,
listens,
listeners. We have a $1 bet going on, listeners.
I never agreed to that. I said
Mel
6
thinks
cents.
I said this on Pusha T, and I know I said it on Jack Harlow.
You told me to use the automated system on the Pusha T review. I remember. I
listened
like
to Pusha T weeks ago. I listened to Jack Harlow the other day.
And anyway, I didn't agree to no dollar. I said 6 cents. But regardless, people, I'm here tonight so I don't get fined. We're all here tonight for the stats. We do this for the engagement. Do we want to tell y'all what we think? Knee jerk? No. I don't want to talk to y'all after I just heard something. I want to sit and think about it. But this is what y'all want. Y'all like the hot takes. Y'all like when it's steaming hot. It's so hot it's burning your tongue. You got like 15-degree burns. Y'all asked for this. Okay? This is what makes the world go round. We're more cultured men than this. We rather sit and say, and really think about something. Really chew on it. Let it marinate.
That's what we do on the mainline version of our show.
The real show.
We go back
the real fucking show. The show that matters.
Yeah, the real show. But, this is that bullshit that you guys require of us. So here we go.
Jesse, you're going to love this review because you give me so much grief for the Tyler, the Creator first listen because I didn't love that album. And now I'm about to have to put one of my all-time favorite artists in the dirt. So
I have a tweet from Abstract Mel.
Not
Abstract Mel. I'm sorry. From Bizarro Gay Mel, Kevo Abstract. People need to dance.
That guy is nothing like me.
You were co-signed by the same people. People need to dance. People need to smile. Thank you, Drake. Let these redacteds on Twitter be bitter. Boo-hoo, forum ass redacted.
I'm going to have to deal with this for the rest of the year just because somebody makes something that's vaguely reminiscent of good dance music. Now it's like they're supposed to... Me, the guy who always goes on our This Week in Moulz Mel segment and plays the most non-hip-hop, off-kilter, dance, house...
Yeah, we know. You ain't rap. We know about
I ain't rap. Right. So don't talk to me, people, about, you just don't want to dance. Stop it, okay? Because y'all don't ever talk about dance music, but you want to talk about it now, tonight, okay? This isn't good dance music. That's the problem. You think I care that Drake made dance music? He's made good dance music in the past. This could have been good, but it wasn't. And we're forced to talk about it. We're forced to talk about it.
I don't
because
disagree.
Y'all don't respect when we give y'all the real.
If you want to jump into it, I'm ready to go bar for bar with my boys right now. And my white internet.
Introduce ourselves.
Drake, you're just... I'm sorry. I'm
This
going to
is
use
Moulz
some
the
language.
Captain.
You're a
This
real
is Moulz
jerk.
the Captain. I'm on shaky waters. We got that white internet right now.
I'm Mel
All right.
the Weesto.
Mel
that's
the
a deep
Weesto.
cut. You got to listen to Common Resurrection review to know what a Weesto is. This is Jesse. I don't want to talk
World
to Jesse.
premiere. You've heard him on the hotline. World premiere. They've never heard Hi Jesse on the mic until tonight.
Oh, you're high?
Oh, hi, Jesse.
Nice.
Yeah, hey, hey.
All
No,
right.
let's get the Mano high hater.
Huh?
Can we get the Mano high hater?
Do we have that?
We got the beat. You pull that up for
The
me.
beat? I ain't got that.
I'm not a hater. I am high though.
No, I'm saying hi, Jesse. Hi, Jesse. You see him. Hi, Jesse.
Oh, well. A spinoff show on the Rab Network.
Hi, Jesse. Oh, geez. Well, the Rab networks.
That is an idea. I don't know if we should spoil
an idea to get you canceled from the very universe. Okay?
We are not going to spoil what's coming on this review. I think that's just
you cut me off, man. I was saying that's an idea for High Jesse. That aside from Moulz Mel's beat tape, no spoilers, but to add the High Hater sample and be High Jesse over that sample.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. That's an idea.
Get the High
Hater instrumental.
It's over for that. We don't
and
make
be High Jesse
anymore.
over it. I know.
Mel, you make beats?
Nah. I got people in my DMs right now asking me to help them with musical things, and I don't have the heart to tell her because she's hot and she's a friend of mine. But baby girl, I don't do that no more. Okay. All right, I'm not gay no more. Okay, I don't make music. I'm a podcaster. She knows this. I told her this. I'm not trying to air her out right now. I'm not saying any names, but she wants me to help her, and I wish I could. I really do. But I mean, listen, baby girl, listen. Music is cooked. You hear this Drake album? This is fake music. This is fake dance music, and I hate to say it because I love Drake. I'm an Aubrey's angel, but they're going to run with this narrative
for the
that this is great.
In the metaverse.
These are the same people who jumped out and said, "Oh, More Life was great." It wasn't great. It was a mixed bag. But they hated Views so much.
More Life still has the Drake DNA all through it. Pause. This arguable.
We need some hot sauce to kill that Drake DNA. Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, let's dive into this thing, man. Let's not keep him.
I think he dumped hot sauce in this album. That's why there's no Drake. This is, bro. We got to get into this because I really don't have much to say. So let's just start this track one.
I have quite a few things to say. I do.
Well, listen. I'm looking.
And I think it's because I was proud to pay.
You was not proud to pay. You were forced to pay because Spotify was glitching. So
Spotify wasn't glitching. I don't have it anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you were forced to pay.
My subscription has lapsed, and I'm not feeling that thing. I don't like it. I never did.
I never did either. But I got.
I only have it to do these fucking first listen reviews. So at the rate we do them, I'll just buy the stupid albums we're doing. Whatever.
All right. Well,
I'm putting a link in the chat. Who does this look like?
What is this? Why are you putting links in the chat?
Let me see.
Man, why you want me to talk about people?
Tell me if this is High Jesse. Just who does it look like?
Charles Barkley?
Jill Scott?
No.
The girl
maybe this could just be High Jesse, but
the
Kevin
girl
Gates.
that you and me are. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say it's a girl that you and me are Eskimo brothers because of.
No. Kevin Gates.
Gotcha.
Why are you on Instagram right now?
I was scrolling on my phone.
Oh my god!
How do you review a Drake album and not scroll through Instagram? Is the question.
I guess you're right. I guess that's fitting.
This album of all albums is scrolling through Instagram in a dimly lit 2-drink minimum, no shorts, no sneakers, no jerseys, no hats ass club. Let's get into the club. Are you ready to walk into Club Drizzy?
You really buried this woman, Jesse, putting this girl in here. Who is this girl?
She was in the Explorer section, and I said to myself, she looks like Kevin Gates. That's all.
Doesn't look like Kevin Gates. That's ridiculous.
She kind of does.
The girl that looked like
Imagine her with no hair and
okay.
Imagine her with no hair and a tear tattoo.
That's too much to imagine.
It's Kevin Gates in the face.
All right.
I'm not saying she's unattractive. She just look like Kevin Gates. Let's move on.
Track 1, intro.
I asked in the DMs, is this the first Drake intro to just be called intro?
I think so, unless like Room for Improvement did that. I don't remember. Maybe Comeback Season did that, but it's not non-canon, but it's before the real.
Would you call this maybe the best intro in his career thus far?
I don't. This is a 6+.
This is a 6- to me.
We don't need the devil in this bitch. Flat 6.
All right. Where's the drop? Okay. All right. Here we go.
I'm a chill baby. We don't want the devil in this bitch now.
It's like usually I enjoy that because I'm an OVO soldier, but I'm not happy about my membership tonight.
But you remain a member nonetheless.
I don't know. I feel like I've outgrown it. I should let the kids have it. I don't know, but the kids, they don't. This is an old man club. I don't think they want this. Oh my
God, the legit boss, Sasha Birch, has stepped out. He no longer wants to be with the company anymore.
Well, that's unconfirmed. Sasha Banks could still be in the company with the man who pays hush money to his sex objects, but we're not. This ain't WWE rankings. This is rap rankings. First listen to album reviews, and this is an intro. Only thing I have to say. Okay.
It's 36 seconds of ambient sounds and saxophones and sounds like incidental music from a late 70s or 80s hard-boiled neo-noir detective film or something.
Thought we were gonna get like a I don't know, some sort of cinematic concept album when I heard this. It's like, okay, are we getting like storytelling Drake from start
Blade
to finish?
Runner Drizzy?
No, this is a sax in here. I said sax Drizzy. You rarely get that. It was a 7-, but you know how we do on this show. The next track came in. If it leads into something that I don't enjoy,
I want to say this, and we'll get into it a little bit on the next one. Very jarring transition between the intro and the next song.
I'm the skit man, okay? If you're new to this show, I love skits and interludes and things. I always put them over, even when everyone else groans and rolls their eyes. Like, Mel, it's just like a 20-second stupid Hardy Hard clip. I'm like, yeah, but I like it. I couldn't go up for this. I almost did. And then the rest of the album happened, which sullies the intro because I know what it's going to lead into. So why would I like it? Why would I like this incidental music? So
yeah,
6+.
It's tough for me just because it is kind of quiet. And then the next song comes in, it just like clips right into the mix in like 2-3 times louder than the intro sample. It was not a smooth transition from track 1 to track 2, but we'll talk a little bit about that on the next song.
Jesse, notes.
What is this soothing melody bullshit? Phil Collins, I Can Feel It in the Air Tonight style.
It's crazy to call something soothing bullshit. But, I guess it's possible. Like, say you get like a bad massage. Like, in theory, it's supposed to be soothing, but if it's bad, it's like it's some soothing bullshit. So
no, that intro was soothing bullshit.
Okay, well, we can keep going because there's nothing else that happens there. It just goes abruptly into track 2, Falling Back, which is a 6-.
Moulz Mel Connect, 6-. Buzz Me Baby. There you go.
I went flat 7.
Classic first listen, Jesse.
You let Jesse tell it. He likes Drake more than Mel and myself.
Like I said in the DM, you guys are the experts. So I can just hear something and be like, oh, this is a 7. But like if you're like super invested in this guy, you might be a little harsher on him. Yes, this is true. He's just a regular artist to me. I dislike him more than I like him, but it's not like I'm that invested. So if it sounds like a 7, it's a 7. I don't know.
So when this comes on abruptly, I'm like, okay, Moulz's theory. It seems like it has some weight. He's probably going for the hits this time around. CLB wasn't like a Billboard scorcher, or singles wise, that is. But I would find out throughout the course of this album, this ain't for the radio either. This is for dance floors that I honestly couldn't ever see Drake on. Like, this let's get this out of the way up top, all right? To be a dance album, like a house influence, EDM influence, these aren't even great dance beats.
Some of them are, but I'll tell you one thing, and it's apparent on this song and many others. His ability to like, his songwriting is just not strong enough to carry a lot of these pieces of production. And he's not seasoned enough in the genre to know
how to really fill space.
The vocal,
on
vocal arrangement of things, I guess, at points. So I just noted that in all caps, shit, because this thing comes in blasting, after the very unsmooth transition from the intro. Don't tell me I got a bad copy, because, like I said, this is purchased. And
you might have got a bad copy because you know that they update stuff after the release now. Right, you live in a terrible era.
It's
so
the
expect
video
like
game
a revision,
album.
Patch notes.
Exactly,
you know?
6 months worth of revisions until it's the final mix. So
I turned down the 100 hertz on the falling back thing. Like, I don't have time for this. You know.
Does that mean if I download the purchased album again, it will be altered?
I always wonder how that works. I don't know. This is why I just don't even buy most albums unless I really support the artist. For like, if I want to buy it, if it's good enough to buy, I'll wait like 6 months.
I wanted to expedite the process of getting this review done. So,
Moulz, you know, you said that he's like just trying to get back on the charts.
Well, yeah, I was saying that I thought he was putting out this album because Knife Talk may have exited the Hot 100 and he might have 0 songs on the Hot 100. He needs to get his name back in the mix.
This is what Drake said. That link.
Oh, brother.
That's what Drake said.
Why would you link us to this account?
Can't let my guard down for 1 second out here, for fuck's sake. Okay.
That's what Drake said.
Yeah, look, this is you've already nailed one of my major gripes with this album, so like I don't have to repeat it. Drake is one of my all-time favorite songwriters. So to hear him in autopilot, not even autopilot, it doesn't fit this kind of music. Maybe because he's I can't call him inexperienced though. I like Signs. I like Get It Together. Passion Fruit's kind of in this lane. He's made One Dance.
Yeah, but the song,
like he's done better.
The
songs
issue with Passion Fruit. I have a note about Passion Fruit here in my review of this song. You know, I wrote, the rumors seem to be true. House Music Drizzy is in the building, thanks to Black Coffee as executive producer on this album. I must say, this is what I've been asking for from him, and the direction it seemed like he was going to be taking after Views and More Life, and not just more kind of spinning his wheel and making these mafioso songs and these Calabasas threat records or whatever. World Music Drizzy is back, and there's vocal melodies early on in the song that are very similar to Passion Fruit, though the auto-tune on his vocals, I did not like that decision, and it made it hard for me to focus on the songwriting. But from what I heard, it did not sound revolutionary. Kind of run-of-the-mill Drake, and
this is less than run-of-the-mill. I said autopilot, but it's less than autopilot.
This is really, he's doing a lot of the same vocal runs as he does on Passion Fruit, though, on here, just different words. I did write, you know, this is a step in the right direction musically, and I just noted, let's see how this song progresses and how the album progresses, for that matter. He keeps saying falling back on me a bunch. I told Mel during this song that it feels like it's a Saturday morning in 2018. I'm critiquing a new Mel pop demo that he's emailed to me.
Yeah, it sounds like demos I would make when I'm trying to figure out how to write songs to music like this. What you end up with is a lot of repetition, a lot of aimless, vocal runs.
You want to play them a little bit of Ahead of Me?
No, absolutely not.
Because we've done records in this vein before, and they're not easy to do. That's what I'll say first and foremost. It's not just good songwriting. There's a level of arrangement that needs to be understood as well.
This isn't about me, but I'll say this. He starts doing a falsetto, and you pointed out that auto-tune. Take it from me, as someone who can't sing. Drake can sing better than me, but... Mm-hmm. And I'm going to get into this later, he does not have the vocal control to sustain an entire album like this, which forces me rather to accept that this is why up until now we never got a project like this. And now I know that was for a good reason.
Right. So remember when we were doing the CLB review, Mel? And I was saying like, Drake's the biggest artist in the world. Why does he have to keep spinning his wheels? Why doesn't he experiment and do something different like Taylor Swift did with Folklore and Evermore? He has the clout to be able to do it and get away with it. Well, I guess this is why.
Right. They're calling it a classic already. This should have happened. It's like we were. What was the R&B project he was trying to do back in
It's
the
never
early
enough.
2010s?
The
It's never
mixtape
enough.
between what was it? Thank Me Later and Take Care with the I Get Lonely Too cover.
I mean, actually, that would have been better because this is an R&B Drake. This is world Drake, dance music Drake, house Drake.
Yes.
And he launches into this falsetto. Look, take it from me. Falsetto and auto-tune is always a risk. Okay? Like, and Drake vocally is not strong enough to be doing, I'm glad you brought up my demos, because what hurts me most about this album is it feels like a bunch of like bedroom artist demos. Like, these don't feel like fleshed out, structured, refined records. It feels like he's just feeling around, throwing things at the wall, seeing what sticks, both lyrically and melodically. I just don't.
Right. Think about how powerful the vocals are on Corona, Rhythm of the Night, or Robin S., Show Me Love. Like, the level of vocal range that, quite frankly, when we were trying to make a record like that, you didn't have to be able to carry that record
for it. Yeah. To do music over beats like this, you have to be a powerful presence vocally. And Drake, we've always dinged him for not, quote, going there.
Right.
Like, Passion Fruit wasn't as good as it could have been because he didn't go there.
Now, Passion Fruit, I really liked it musically. I didn't mind the lyrics. It was Drake's half-hearted, really light-in-the-ass delivery that did nothing for me. And when Paramore or Benny Sings went and covered the record, they injected more life into it. There's songs on this album that I could not hear them doing that with because they're not as well written and the music isn't as compelling.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you another thing. Drake, I've been saying this for like a year now, pal, okay? What is with these mixes? I'm going to tell you like I be telling Kanye, if you don't want to make music anymore and you just want to be a gambling candle salesman, great. That's fine. You've done enough. You've given us enough. But I don't know what you're doing. Are you recording in like hotel bathrooms? Like, bro, Wait For You, he sounded terrible. Churchill Downs, he sounded terrible. He sounds like these mixes are terrible. You're one of the biggest, if not the biggest artist going right now. These are inexcusable mixes. I cannot accept this from you. This is terrible, especially on when he's taking a turn like this, where music like this needs to be mixed well, because it's an experience. You feel it in your body, okay? We're on drugs, right? Everyone keeps talking about, oh, this is ecstasy music. They don't even know. They don't even listen to dance music. I know about y'all, okay? You know, where your ass was at when I was listening to was it Caracol, the second Disclosure album everybody slept on, okay? Like, and Disclosure isn't even like, I'm not trying to be a hipster here, but that's pretty entry-level house music, but I dig it. It's much stronger than this stuff, okay? When you hop on music like this, you have to fill space. Look at the duration of these records. Like, a lot of these are like over 5 minutes because they're
there's
dance
five and a half
right?
minute records on here, which, given the type of records they are, is definitely not out of the ordinary. They're almost short in comparison to a lot of house songs. House songs,
but Drake is not fitting.
6 to 10 minutes a lot of times.
Yes, this is if this is supposed to be Dance Drake, this is a letdown. I wrote my only act because I just been kind of freeballing it right now. But my only real note I wrote when listening to this to get ready for this review, I said this is one of the weakest Drake songs I've heard in my life.
Wow, I don't agree with that.
It's repetitive. It's droning.
He has
the beat isn't great.
He has worse records than this for me. But to that point earlier that I was trying to make about this sounding like something you would have sent me in 2018, I would have told you in 2018 this is a 6- and let's never speak of it again. Oh, and by the way, slide me the beat to listen to without all this auto-tune shit that you're doing on here.
I wouldn't even want to hear this beat though. This is so.
I don't mind the beat. I really don't mind the beat. The production is not the issue for me here. It's the really run-of-the-mill for me songwriting from Drake and the lack of care in terms of the arrangement of the record itself. If I would have given it a 6- from you, I'd give it a 6- to Drake as well, regardless of his stature. I wrote that right now, musically, this is in the right lane for me. Keep in mind, I am the tempo man. But I don't know if Drake is up to the task to doing an album like this. So, as I'd come to find out, he's really not. But we can get into that more as we go on.
So it's just like, I'm really peeved, man, that he did this. Like, this is, I'm going to say it. I think this is a jump the shark moment.
What did you think of 808s when it came out? And I'm not comparing this album to 808s.
And I still love it.
I mean, they're not the same album at all, but this is the first Drake album that's leaned, mostly
totally in one direction. Not
totally. There's like 2 songs that are rap records on here, but everything else leans in the other direction. It's experimental, it's dance music, it's totally what you don't expect when Drake has seemed to have settled into a formula at this point.
This is as much, I'm glad you brought up the formula, because this is as much people's fault as it is Drake's fault. It's Drake's fault for folding and listening to these people who never liked him in the first place. And it's the people's fault. Why don't you experiment? Why don't you expand? They didn't want to accept the Midas touch. They didn't want to accept that he had the golden touch.
Mel, hold on a second, because now I feel like, you're trying to take shots at me.
I was taking shots at myself too. I thought I'm called for him to experiment, but not like this.
And I've been saying ever since Scorpion dropped, the next thing he drops needs to be in the range of Nothing Was the Same, in the sense of not that many tracks, and I want to hear him on his like pop shit for a full album. He doesn't need to make the rap records for one whole album. He can get back to them on the next album. I wasn't saying he needed to do a dance record.
No, I wasn't attacking you. I know you, because you're smart enough to know that when you say experiment, you still want him to be within his wheelhouse, but like, walk around the fringes, the edges.
The way that I see it is like, if we could get more stuff like Controlla and One Dance and Passion Fruit, we'd be in good shape. And like Feel No Ways and shit like that, like, I could have
Feel No Ways is a great example.
I could have seen him making a whole album of shit like that that's more pop tinge, but you still get classic Drake rapping, singing, and sing rapping. And the records are kind of structured in a way that go with the kind of stuff that's already being played on the radio.
That's the problem. This isn't pop, though. You wanted experimentation in a pop sense. This is totally off.
I didn't really even want experimentation. I wanted him to trim down the track listing and make more pop-friendly records on an album that would have been essentially his 808s. This is like 808s, I feel like, in spirit, but not in execution.
This is an overcorrection. This may also just be the result of a bored man who's accomplished so much that, like, it's like, yo, I'm gonna make a dance ting, and it's like, you're out of your depth. I hate to say it, but like, to me, I think people are falling for this because it's just different. There's always that risk. If you just do something different, they're like, oh, it's great. Okay. We've seen, we've been sharing stuff in the DMs, tweets from people recently who just like have outwardly expressed, I don't even understand this stuff, but I think it's great. Okay, I don't operate that way, all right? And that's not saying I don't understand this stuff. I do understand it. And because I understand it, I can't accept it because I've heard better examples of this vein of music. Like, this is not going to get me because I actually listen to music like this often enough. Okay,
we know, because trust me, we hear the songs you bring into This Week in Moulz Mel.
Exactly what I was saying.
Jesse, what are your thoughts on this one? You gave it a 7. You like it. Let's hear from you on what you like about this thing.
All right, before my thoughts, you want to talk about something out of somebody's wheelhouse? Click that.
I think Jesse is just scrolling his phone this whole review.
No, there's some funny shit happening in the world.
Yo, Mike Tyson in a pea suit.
That's a 9.
I wish I could, like, this is a video. I wish this could somehow be converted into a drop in audio form. Because, yes, this is a great video.
I'm retweeting this shit right now, okay?
Oh, God.
I just made a tweet about it. I said, this is Drake Stans enjoying the album.
Nah, that's just money right there, okay?
All right,
Jesse, why is this a 7 for you?
Notes say abrupt start. beautiful gay music. Mel, have you heard the beautiful gay music story?
No, I have not heard the beautiful gay music story. And like,
all right, I'm gonna fast forward. There's a guy from Philadelphia. You know how they say "ock"?
Yes.
A lot of Philadelphia. Okay, there's a guy from Philadelphia from OK Player. Rock Creative Partners, one of their people was posting, and this guy said, "Yo, ock, y'all make beautiful gay music."
oh my god,
It's an infamous OKP quote. Beautiful gay music is this album for Pride Month. I don't believe he really has woman problems at this stage of his career. This is all made up. This was done better on Views.
I hope it's not made up. Sorry to interrupt, but like, this better be real, because if he's just, I'll get into it, but continue. I'm sorry.
This was done better on Views. Mel, don't edit this. This is the music Diddy allegedly makes out with men to.
I'm not. No, I'm just gonna be. I have no edit notes so far, because keep in mind I'm 2 hours ahead of y'all. All right, I gotta put this thing together still, and so whatever it said, it said. Think about what you say before you say it, because I'm not trying to be, hyper editing stuff. All right, it's first listen style. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, is it Pride Month music? I don't know, but shout out the LGBT community, okay, because we love them.
I gotta be honest, I didn't think about...
Is it stereotypical for people to be running with that meme, oh, he's making a Pride Month album?
I gotta be honest, I didn't think
It's
about
been happening
Pride Month
all over Twitter.
one bit while I was listening to this album.
You know why, Moulz? Because it's not good house music.
I was gonna tell you.
No good house music.
This shit's not gay enough.
Yes, thank you.
You part of the LGBT community.
Okay. This is not
This
gay
might
enough.
be
That's
a
the
good
problem.
tweet since it's a gay organization.
Look at this guy. Now he's sending us Grindr tweets.
It might be a good tweet since it's a gay organization.
This Drake album kinda gay as fuck. Kinda. See, they couldn't go full because they know this ain't real gay. This ain't real gay. It's fake gay. I told y'all about this. Fake dance is fake gay. It's not real gay. All right. Anyway, way too much time on track.
Oh shit! This is the real shit in the hidden comments. Drake is in his pop girl era, and I'm here for it with the nails emoji. And then someone replied, "If only it were good pop."
Yes. Who tweeted that? Give me the @
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back now. That if it were only good pop was said by Twitter's very own Chief Keef SGLVK.
Well, I'm gonna assume that's a white person, so I'm just gonna hit him with this.
You know you're my favorite white boy, right?
No black person would name themselves that. But
ain't
yeah,
black.
you make a good point. This is fake. Okay, you can't fool me. Okay, I know the repackaged, gentrified version of something. All right, I hate to have to talk this way about the boy, but I'm always honest on this show.
It's not about honestly gentrified, because Controlla and One Dance is gentrified dancehall, and it's still good.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So let's not try to be the voice of reason. Try to say, oh, this is the gentrified. We don't care about gentrified if it's good. So just let's move on.
The white man says we don't care about gentrified.
The white man said we don't care about gentrified if it's good, which historically has been true. The only issue seems to be if it's gentrified and it's whack.
I'm clipping that.
I'm thinking about 808s now, that Pinocchio story. White man say. The remix from Wise Man Say. Anyway, yeah, look, falling back. Can we continue?
I'm here all night, but yes.
I'm not.
All right. Track 3, Texts Go Green, flat 5.
A flat 6 for me.
6+. What does that mean? She changed from
It's some
iPhone to
stupid
Android?
aesthetic nonsense that people are preoccupied with. That like, yeah, when iPhone users text Android people, the bubbles are green, or it's like if they block you or something like that. It's just, it leads right into my point. Drake, I hate to say this. You're 35. I'm not saying at that age you can't still be having relationship issues, but like texts go green. Why are we naming songs like 18-year-olds? Like, what are we doing? I'm 29 and I know what they're probably thinking out there. They're like, oh, you just ain't got no hoes. You ain't in a relationship. You know, things of that, the Stephen A. Smith voice, things of that nature. But no, I'm sick of it. Okay. Enough with the girl songs. Okay. I know I may be asking for too much from Drake, but enough with the girl songs. Cause I feel like the Jack Harlow album, we just got that. We just got the Boogie. Now this, and this whole album is pretty much about this relationship with whoever. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't care about his girlfriends anymore. Okay. I don't care about the texts that are going green. Okay.
He's still talking about the text went green.
I guess if you're, I mean, you could look at it one of two ways. The phone died and it got sent, an iMessage got sent as a text message, or I guess she has Android now or something.
I think when you get blocked,
the text
shows
goes
up
green.
as green or something.
I don't,
you know,
I don't care.
I don't know, because I don't preoccupy myself with like chat bubble colors.
Jesse, what do you give the song?
6+.
Okay.
I said, oh no, what the hell is this guy doing? This is the switch up that's overdue. See, I admit that it's overdue. Like, yeah, he's been in autopilot. He's been spinning his wheels, but this isn't what I wanted. More bad mixing. It's talking about, can I be myself? I don't know, Drake, you're 35. Do what you want. If you don't know by now if you can be yourself around this, it's just, I looked up listening to this and there were still 2 minutes to go on this song. I felt like it had been going on for 7 minutes. Just, it's droning, fake dance music. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, okay?
You're not?
I'm not. I can't be dealing with this talk.
I do like this.
He did this on Chicago Freestyle, actually. Send another text that goes green. Must have switched phones on the team. Okay. Enough.
You know, I noted here, I like this beat even better than the last one. This is like house music with like some Afrobeat sounds to it. The transition from the last song to this was like listening to an actual DJ set, way smoother than the transition from the intro into the second track. But this song has the exact same issue as the last one for me. I'm into the music, but Drake has never felt like more of an afterthought as a vocalist and songwriter. I noted that, I said this on the last song review, but I noted that Passion Fruit was a song that was saved by Benny Sings and Paramore from a lackluster performance, but the writing of that song is pretty decent. None of these lines are sticking with me. The whole green text thing is irrelevant to me, by the way. Jesse?
Yep. Notes say I can't decide between 6+ and 7-. It definitely ain't no flat 7, so I'll go 6+. The recording quality is terrible. This sounds like he's mocking Kanye 808s. Rough. He kept saying that. More suffering Drake. Grammy family keys. You're dealing with me rough.
It's like, I mean, we'll get into it, but like, I can't, it's hard for me to believe that we're still getting songs like this, like about topics like this from him, you know?
Not surprising to me. It's a musical change in direction from him. The songwriting is definitely weaker than it's felt ever, but in general, the topics and the content kind of remain the same ultimately.
Is he not bored of this himself? Like singing about these girls that are doing him wrong? You know what would have been a welcome change to me? And I think I've said this before. Give me like the sappy songs. Where like the throwback, you know, like I love you so much. When are we gonna get those? It's always she's doing them wrong, you know, and it's like
there's one song
this
on
toxic
here where he's kind of
relationship.
sappy. It's not this one. It's a little bit later on, but I don't know, man. It's just, you mentioned, is he bored? And I remember reading something about Kanye that got into his fashion business and how much money he makes off of his shoes and, you know, just out of the whole Yeezy fashion enterprise in relation to his music. So, you know, for the last however many years, he's focused on that primarily. However, he did notice that he had to engage musically still as well, because he couldn't just coast on his legacy and his catalog and keep the clothes and shoes and whatnot relevant. He still needed to put music out. So that's when we got Donda and, you know, everything we've seen since then from him. And at this point, I just have to accept that, you know, Drake is probably just putting music out there to keep his name and brand alive while he continues to pursue ventures and use the numbers and metrics that he, you know, gets out of the music industry to be able to land deals and, you know, just negotiate higher bidding prices for himself for, you know, various ventures that he's going to get into. That's where he's at now. No, he's officially in that mogul kind of tier, and the music is merely just fueling the enterprise now.
Yeah, to your point, he just signed a new deal. This is like him getting a jump start on this. I was shocked when he signed it, but if it's true and he got like $500 million, then I guess I would lock myself into another like however many album deal myself, even if I was 35.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's as long as the money is still calling and you're able to leverage your successes into larger deals, you're going to keep putting yourself out there, because ultimately this stuff powers all of the other stuff. It keeps your name out there. It keeps you relevant as a spokesperson and an executive producer and whatever else, you know, investor, business partner in those non-musical ventures.
I just don't get how, if he's in his mogul era, like, you know, if you're going to experiment, why not? I mean, this is subjective, I know, but like, why not make it good? Why not just take your time? And like I said, this hasn't even been a year since CLB.
It's not about taking your time and making it good. It's about getting the product out there.
Yeah, I know. Right. This is what you're saying. But it's just like, he couldn't have spent an extra few months, you know, like, did this need to come out right now?
Apparently so. I mean, like I said, he had no more songs on the Hot 100. That might be the first time in years that that's happened.
And he'll get them on here because, you know, these days, because streaming, like, the whole album will chart for like 1 week and then it'll fall off.
Yeah, he put this out to ruin Kendrick's birthday. That's what people are saying. Kendrick's birthday is June 17th.
Where's the drop? Hold on. Where's the drop? This is from you, not Kendrick, but I'm going to pretend that you're Kendrick saying this.
Motherfucker, everything isn't about you.
Okay. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, this is a 5. I feel nothing about this.
Okay.
Jesse?
I feel something, just not about Drake.
I gave it a 6+. I read my notes.
All right. Well, can we keep going?
Absolutely.
Track 4, Currents, 6-.
Guess who's back again? Current's back. Tell a friend.
Yeah,
he really is, by the way. Currency and Fuse of 88 Mafia just dropped Spring Clean 2. It's good. This isn't, though. This is a 5+. I feel practically nothing.
Jesse and Moulz connect 5+.
Wow. Connecting on a 5? Connecting on such indifference? You gotta love it. Okay. This is Tempo Man, Bed Spring King, 4 on the floor Jersey Club music, basically. I hear another vocalist on this one. There's something to the production, but the writing is just as weak as the other songs. I could see the beat also eventually becoming kind of irritating to me. and the beat dropping out to just vocals takes me out of the mood. Least favorite joint so far. So this is a Be Careful What You Wish For Moulz album. Huh. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah. You're like I said, you are smart enough. Everybody else seemingly is loving this because they supposedly wish for this, but I don't even think this is what they wish for. Like I said, it's just different. So they're
I did not wish for Drake EDM, but I did want him to switch it up from the formula that he had been treading water with for many years. And I've been vocal about that on this show. I
don't know what's...
I feel like I regret wishing for that, and he should have just stayed in his lane and made his McDonald's, Starbucks product.
I feel like I need to repeat this again. If you're new here, I am a stan of this man. He's one of my all-time favorite artists. I usually can always count on him as a songwriter, as a performer. He's been so assembly line, McDonald's, Starbucks with things that usually I can just count on a takeaway. Like, I'll just like it, you know? This is so not what I need from him. All I said was bed squeaking. Drake, you don't have the voice for this. The literal voice, like the range, the vocals, he doesn't have it. It's clear to me why he never did this now. Don't know why he's doing it now. This sounds like a bedroom artist demo. That's all I got. Jesse?
Notes say, Cakes the Killer, this is for Redacted drop. Trillville did the squeaking bed thing much better. And that was
of course they did. That's a classic record.
I don't know if that's no classic, which is
what it is. What's
no,
it's a classic. It's a classic.
I'm going 7+ on it.
Well, for we know about Jesse. When it's a Southern record, a 7+ is an 8+.
Yeah.
All right.
What does that mean?
You're biased to the East Coast. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their biases, but we just gotta adjust for inflation.
Yeah, a Jesse 7+ is a CBG 10.
Why? Why did you go there?
He likes the South. That's it.
I'm not.
It's not. It wasn't that controversial style. He likes the South.
Okay, whatever you say, man. You want to keep going?
Shit, I would give it 6. He would give it 10. It's fine. He likes the South. We can move on.
Track 5, a keeper. No, it ain't. Flat 5.
5+.
Flat 7.
Wow. Okay. The Drake appreciator is here.
I only have 2 more 7s on the album. Or 3 more 7s on the album. Sorry.
This is officially him becoming a full caricature. I said, wow, this is dark. Never thought this day would come. He's just repeating phrases. Feels like demos. It's just like this whole, like, let's commodify misogyny thing. Like, it's always her fault. Like, it could be, if these are true stories, they're true stories, but it's like, you as an artist should feel like, hey, I already got like 8-9 songs on here that are basically about the same thing.
I got a theory.
Moving on from you.
You're gonna end up loving this album. By the end of the year, it's gonna be on our end of the year special in your top 10, and it's gonna be the soundtrack to you witnessing Vince McMahon's downfall over the next couple months.
No, I can tell you that's not going to happen because no album has ever scored this poorly for me and then gone on to like have a complete 180. It's never happened like that. There are times where like, I have like a bunch of 7s and 6s, and then throughout the year, the 6s go up, the 7s go to 8s. Like, I have to have a baseline of enjoyment for an album to grow like that.
So something's not just going to go from I'm totally not feeling it to, wow, this is one of my favorite albums of the year.
No.
I'm trying to think if that ever happened to me. I can't think of something off the top of my head, but...
What's happening with Vince? This Hush Money controversy? I haven't really read into it.
Oh my God. We literally could do a whole podcast on
Vince
it.
McMahon.
Yeah, he said his downfall this year.
Well, I'll say this. This is, if there's anyone you don't want to bet against, it's Vince McMahon. And if there's anyone who doesn't receive consequences for their actions, it's white men and it's men in the wrestling business. So that combination plus Vince is damn near undefeated in the courts. He's got a ruthless attorney in Jerry McDevitt.
Ruthless aggression.
So, you know, you'd almost be a fool to bet against him, but at the same time, this is a board inquiry from their very own board of directors in the company. There's allegations of
hush money
misconduct that may have taken place, maybe a toxic corporate culture, but the thing that may end up being...
Mel, Cameron, Daniel, and Stilo were hanging out?
Oh, jeez.
With Vince?
What was going on, apparently, was that he began an affair in 2019 that lasted until, I guess, the end of last year, early this year, with a paralegal that he had hired. And when they began a sexual relationship, which was allegedly consensual, he did double her pay from $100,000 a year to $200,000 a year. And I guess this whole thing is ultimately going to hinge upon whether or not he used company funds and whether or not when he gave her this raise, it was because of the fact that they started a sexual relationship with one another. It might really just hinge on her testimony in terms of whether or not she says that the raise was related to her performance in the office rather than the bedroom.
You know how that's going to go.
Well, we don't know.
Another $200 under the table, $200,000 under the table.
But this is the other thing. What could potentially really be bad is if this causes other people to come forward with stories that they had been holding back out of fear of being blackballed in the wrestling business.
Hey, so, the man is a 10 to me from this story alone.
This is a very complicated situation. There's a lot of moving parts. I think you can't outright say that Vince is down for the count. He's been on the ropes before and has survived. But
he's a 10.
This is not looking good from the outside looking in. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's all I'll say.
Shouldn't have been nasty. Shouldn't have been adulterous and nasty. But Jesse, it's as simple as this. He's Logan Roy. He'll be fine. Okay, he's gonna beat it and say,
You're fucked. You tried to kill me, but you failed, and you're dead. Now fuck off.
This is what always happens.
In my experience, you know, following this guy's basically whole life story, that's how it usually ends.
He'll be fine. Best of love to those women. I hope they get what is rightfully theirs. But
someone is most likely going to end up being the fall guy in this situation because there's a head of talent relations that was involved, John Laurinaitis. It's a whole messy situation.
That's Tom Wamsgans right there.
We need to move on from, because legally we could actually get ourselves in hot water if we comment beyond anything that's been released in the press. So let's just
Vance, you're a 10 to me if you hear this.
We don't care.
There you go.
I'm sure that's what Asuka's saying. Okay, some people are employed by this company and they're just like, look, just give me my paycheck. All right, like, you know, this ain't got nothing to do with me.
There's a lot of good people who work at that company, and there's a lot of really talented people, and I hope that they're able to continue to earn a living regardless of what ends up happening with this company.
Okay. Jesse, didn't you give this song a 7?
I did.
Why?
Notes just say I actually like this one, but very vapid lyrics. Once is a lot of things, twice is a decision. That sounds like a 40-ounce van tweet.
Vapid is a great word for modern day Drake songwriting. I hate to say
that's been all of his writing for years, but whatever.
Not quite.
He's been vapid since So Far Gone. And
there are elements that are, but he's leaned into a certain.
I'll give it a pass because he was much younger. He shouldn't be that vapid at 35.
He's definitely made an effort to lean into the "Hey, I'm the Instagram caption guy."
That's what he is. Yeah,
it was happening. I think is that the word incidentally originally, but I think he caught wind and now he just kind of leans into it. Same with Future and like I'm so toxic, you know, like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he's Instagram caption man. Got you a Mercedes Benz that don't make you driven.
I rolled my eyes. You couldn't see it, but
this is
Running on Empty.
Oh yeah. I should have hit that. Hold on, where is it? Yeah, I would hit that. Honestly, no, I gotta save it. I'll hit it now because it's already gonna. I'm gonna have to hit it. This whole album.
This is Running on Empty.
Running on Empty. With this guy in this album and this decision he made to release it for some reason. He's only like, I'm sick of this guy dogging these women who have apparently dogged him, talking about like, you know, what was, I didn't take notes like that because it was like, it's EDM music. Like it was a lot of empty space where it's just the beat. He said something on here where he was like, you know, like, I don't need you anymore. Like I found someone else, like you're not a keeper or something. Just like, bro, who is this for?
We're reviewing A Keeper. I had notes on the song and yet somehow got roped into trying to explain this independent investigation by the WWE's board of directors to Jesse. Wow. Actually, Mel, this is maybe a first in the history of this show. I took notes and my notes just trailed off without me finishing them.
Yes, as they should have, because that's this album.
I wrote, why would I keep you around? I found a new muse. That's bad news for you. Like the last beat, this is another one where the beat drops out, but in this case, it's building up to this kind of EDM trance drop with some pianos that come into the mix after it does. And then I wrote, Drake really making a full album, and I just never finished the sentence.
Yeah.
So it's just Drake really making a full album.
God.
That's all I got. 5+. I feel nothing.
All right. Can we move on?
Please.
We have to.
Track 6, Calling My Name, flat 4.
Oh, man. Hit that Ruining It drop now. Hit that drop.
I don't think I may be ruining it when it comes to getting an invite to the embassy. Or
I can recreate it.
Oh man, you're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Ruining.
Nah, man, this is the one for me. 7+, my favorite song on the album.
Come on, you like this? This pussy's
my favorite
calling
song.
My name.
Yes, a favorite song on the album. That's that Real House shit.
Jesse, what's your rating?
6-.
Oh man, look at these guys.
I'm not gonna go up for the pussy's calling my name. I'm not going up for that.
Look, the transition from the last song to this song was a bit rough. Not as jarring as the intro into track 2, but it doesn't sound part of this mix, so to speak. After Drake's noodling around with some bare synths, you hear the sample say, kill the cut, blood, kill the cut, blood, kill the cut, blood.
I thought that said kill the cops.
What?
I thought that said kill the cops. I'm not being funny. I thought that said kill the cops.
No, kill the cut. And we get some deep house here. And then you get that, your pussy is calling my name. Listen, this is that shit. Drake just needs to not totally suck the life out of the rest of it. And it was the first takeaway for me because guess what? Drake never comes back on the record.
Very quickly, can we just say that the album, like, what is with anything he's doing these days? The art direction, the mixing, the decision making. This is not the man I fell in love with.
This album cover is like some Jersey Shore Seaside Heights t-shirt shop.
I like rainbow stuff, and I didn't like this cover. You know? I love rainbow stuff, actually.
He's
I love
Teflon. As
multicolored
long
things.
as he still has supporters and the support outweighs the detractors, he can do whatever he wants.
You didn't like this, Mel? 4 plus?
No. It was a flat 4.
Flat 4?
Oh. Come on. This is not... No. No.
Once the drop happens, it's great.
No. I can't get
If we did away with Drake in the beginning and it was just an instrumental shit, I'd love it.
I can't get past this writing. What the hell? Why did my Xbox just turn on?
Because you're playing games.
No, Drake's playing games.
He's barely on the song. We were finally just allowed to enjoy music.
No, this is not enjoyable music to me.
Jesse, what do you got?
Notes say this is the beat from the Kanye video with Tiana Taylor in the gym.
Hold on. Oh, fuck. Shut up. Maybe I broke this there. Jesus. I just like switched. It was like over here just like turning on for some reason. I took the little, what's it called? The DC adapter. I just like ripped it out the back.
Sorry, Jesse. What were you saying?
Oh, this is the beat from the Kanye video with Tiana Taylor in the gym. This is definitely for Redacted.
They're gonna come for you. They're not coming for me.
Nobody knows what Redacted means.
Okay.
But us.
They can use context clues.
It's for Redacted. Something that we can't say. That's all.
Jesse's not referring to them as Redacted. He's just saying it because someone who is a Redacted referred to himself as a Redacted. That's what's going on.
I'm not calling that man a Redacted.
Yeah, you just called him a Redacted, Mel.
No, he called
You
himself
said someone
a
who is a Redacted.
Yes, someone who is a Redacted. He referred to himself as a Redacted.
Are you talking about the F word slur?
Yes, of course.
So you're calling him that?
No, you're calling him that.
No, you're calling him that.
No, Jesse, if you say this is for the Redacteds,
it's a quote.
You expect the people to know that you don't think that they're that?
It's a quote. Cakes the Killer. This is for Redacted.
And I had to explain it so that you don't die. I love you, Jesse. I don't want you to die.
You just said someone who is a Redacted. I don't use that word towards him. I'm quoting his viral thing. That's all.
Right.
For clarification, listeners, I was quoting something that's a funny video. That's it. Mel called the man a Redacted. We can move on.
I did not call that man a Redacted.
Just like you thought
I performed with that man. Why would I call him a Redacted?
You thought I said something on
you had some things to say about him.
I didn't say.
You didn't perform with him. You opened for him.
I was on the same bill as him.
Did you not say he was arrogant?
No, I didn't say he was arrogant. He was like, he had a stank attitude. He was mean. He was like real, what's the word? Like real testy, I guess. Like I don't
Sounds like you calling him a Redacted. Let's move on.
No, it's not. Let's definitely move on. All this from pussies calling my name. This
is the best song on the album.
718-635-0743. Who called the man a Redacted? Me or Mel?
Mel did. I
did not call him that.
Yes,
if somebody says this for the Redacteds without context, they're gonna think that you think they're Redacteds.
No, I'm quoting something. So,
yes, and they only knew that when I provided context.
But you said,
and the context you provided was calling the man a Redacted.
Yeah,
because he called himself.
You said he can say that because he is a Redacted.
Because he called himself one. I wouldn't have called him that.
He didn't call himself that. He said this is for.
Fine, you know what'll fix this? I'm a Redacted. There we go. Everything's good now.
Brother.
You want to move on?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to go back.
No, we can't stay in
that good burger. I'm a Redacted. He's a Redacted. She's a Redacted.
Wait, did you do that? Was that the Good Burger thing?
Yeah.
I'm a Redacted. He's a Redacted. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Track 7, Sticky, 5+.
Oh, man. See, this is how I know Mel is just in a bad mood when he's rating this album.
Bro, you know me. He's talking about I get it wet and it's sticky. You know I hate that.
All right. Flat 7. Ding me, baby.
I guess we got to watch Flat 6.
That's crazy. You like this, like, I get it, sticky music?
Listen, Drake is rapping for the first time on the entire album. He's got this kind of trance-sounding beat with some sidechain vocals going along with the kick drums. Genuinely the first song that's felt like an actual Drake song. And I feel like this is a good compromise between what people expect from Drake and what he actually wanted to do with this album. I don't know.
It's funny you said that because this feels like the worst elements of both. It's like the typical Drake that we're used to, but like the worst parts of it. And then like this new dance Drake that we're getting. And it just, I can't get with it. Like, you know me. I had no shot in the world in liking this because I hate when rappers talk about getting it wet. You don't get anything wet. You rhyme words. Okay, you're a word nerd. You're an English major. Okay, we're all geeks. We're writers. Okay, like stop it. Okay, you're not cool. But calling it sticky, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we honestly doing with this? You know, I can't get with
sticky.
That. I think Drake's listening to Big Clit with that wet, sticky, wet, sticky.
She can say that because she's a woman. Okay.
What about Ali Spagnola?
No, she was wet and gushy. Hold on.
Wet and sticky.
No, it wasn't sticky. She's not sticky. I don't think she'd get like that. I don't think she'd get gushy either. But here you go.
You don't know nothing about no sticky.
I don't, but I do know that I do know that if I was someone that had the genitalia to get sticky, this song would not make me sticky. Okay.
You're thinking too much about this.
I'm really not. I would not. I don't want to hear this in my ear. It's that simple. Like, I don't want to hear him talk about this. This is not entertaining to me. It's that simple. 5+. I feel practically nothing.
It's a first listen, but I got like kind of fully fleshed out Summer Games vibes from this one.
Oh man, you know what? Even Summer Games, one of the lowlights on Scorpion.
But there's more rapping on this, obviously. But like, I don't know, something about the music reminded me of it.
Summer Games was better than this album. Like, and I don't even like Summer Games like that. But like, I think there was something there though. He just didn't execute properly. There's like nothing there on a lot of these. You know, sorry to be abstract, but yeah.
All right, this is a Moulz reference. I'll beat your ass like that white boy in MTV.
Moulz, do you get that?
I don't know. What's going on here?
50 Cent said that to Sticky Fingers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who was the white boy on MTV that got his ass beat?
Sticky Fingers is a rapper. He got beat up by a white boy on MTV.
Who was the white boy?
Random guy.
Oh.
Oh, not Mega Ran, a.k.a. Random, a.k.a. The guest on this week's episode.
Right, good guy. Yeah, some random white boy beat up Sticky Fingers on MTV. All right, notes.
Yeah.
I'm asking. Notes say, why does he talk street shit over this Molly, ham on everything, fist pump party music?
Ham on everything.
That's some LA shit, Mo. Notes say, I could do some good fucking to this.
Okay. I mean,
like the energy behind the beat. Huh?
So who am I to question you? I never did no fucking, so.
Yeah, that's when you just really, just go at it. Like a wild man. I'm too old for that shit now, though.
So was Drake, but
he's still in his 30s. He may be able to,
Talking about sticky. All right. That's all I got. Like I
feel like Drake is lazy in bed. Pause.
So
he ain't doing no good fucking.
We are not getting on that.
I'm not commenting on this.
Okay. He not doing no good fucking. Like he's too privileged. He has too much money. He doesn't have to, put up a good performance.
All I'll say is he better be fucking for a guy who spends so much time preoccupied about rapping about all these women.
I'm talking about he ain't really laying it down.
I don't know what his stroke game is like. Maybe it's something I would maybe if you caught me a couple years ago, I would have been willing to have the conversation as a stand, but I don't care anymore. He should keep his penis matters to himself and off record at this point.
He can afford to be lazy.
Well, yeah. Can we keep going?
Yeah, because I have something massive to say about the next one.
Okay. Track 8, Massive. I don't have anything massive to say, but I mean, this wasn't god awful. 6+.
Moulz Mel Connect, and I don't have anything massive to say, actually.
Oh, okay.
Flat 6.
My only 2 notes is why is this 5 minutes though? And people are gonna fall for the smoke and mirrors. That's it. Like, if this is, they're gonna like it because it's something that they haven't heard from Drake yet.
I wrote that it sounds like we're trapped in an elevator going up, or an MRI machine or something. All right, there's some piano now, and Drake is doing his usual Drake-isms. I can't stand losing you, ooh, ooh. All these feelings intertwined, ooh.
This is the song you were referencing, right? Like the one that is kind of sappy?
Yeah, this is, it's like a house record. We're kind of back to that again. I just feel like I need more from Drake to like this record. Or maybe even, on Calling My Name, I was saying the song got over for me as the best song on the album because Drake just disappeared from the entire song. I would have been fine with that too. Okay. There's some real, almost 90s, Italo house pianos that come in, but they're way too loud in the mix. And in general, I just don't like the mix or Drake here. I like the music and not enough. I listen to real electronic music and house and whatnot. This shit is nearly 6 minutes long. We're really doing some fake house music here. This is just something that I regret. Again, I didn't want this specific genre of music, but I wanted a change of pace for him, and I'm regretting calling for that for so long. I like fake dancehall Drake better. I don't want an album full of that, though. I don't.
You know what it sounds like? You just.
I don't even mind. I mean, I don't even mind if he just goes back to the mafioso, bearded, cool guy, alcoholic raps again. I just made a mistake. I made a misjudgment.
We both want him to retire. Let's just say it. We don't want any more. It's okay.
Oh, I've had my fill.
I've
had my fill since Scorpion. That was the cap off for me. It was bloated, but it had some really high highs for me.
I would be, if CLB was the end, I'd be fine. I've got more than enough. If this is the direction he's going to go, I doubt he's going to make another album like this, but I'm saying, if it's just a series of experimental, he's going to do
by the time we get to this album, he couldn't even go a whole album making this. There's inevitably, we just get back to the same shit from him by the end of it still.
We're getting a spoken word Drake album next. It'll probably be better than this, too.
Maybe the next one is Drake just barring out over Griselda beats.
Nah. I don't even want that anymore. I used to think I wanted just the pure Drake rap album. I don't want nothing from it. Just unless he's gonna just hop on with some bongos and be like, "Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? The ting bling or did the bling ting?" Okay, I need some nonsense over bongos from him. Don't even make anything reminiscent of music anymore. I'm done with you in melodies and raps and stuff. Just goof off. Be a rich guy.
This is him goofing off. It's just that him goofing off is extremely humorless and boring.
I guess a good point. All right. Jesse?
Note say, I feel like he's trying to get under Kanye's skin. This is what Kanye has been doing for years. I do relate to some of the lyrics.
I don't think he's thinking about Kanye anymore like that.
A lot of this album sounds like 808s mixed with some of that Donda and yeah.
I mean, he'd be dunking on himself if he had Kanye in mind, because this is nowhere near 808s or any of the other experimental
I gotta be honest,
music.
this is nowhere near Donda, okay?
I hate to agree with you, but I do. As a non-Donda fan, Donda's better than this. It certainly is. Not even a discussion to be had. Jesus, he probably should have or could have benefited from, like, you know, the newly mended relationship. He should have called Kanye. Like, yo, can you help me with this? Like, I'm trying to do something different. Instead of just... I wonder how this came together. Did he, like, consult with anybody, or did he just, like, hop? I get the
All
sense
I know
that he
about
hopped
this
on
song
these beats.
or this album, and I don't know if it ended up on the final cut or not, they say that the oldest song on this album had Ariana Grande on it and was made in 2018, but I didn't hear any Ariana Grande on this album.
They've been saying that she's going to be on a Drake album for like the past 3 projects.
I think her stans are just like trying to will it into existence, and it's not ever happened, and the record doesn't exist, but they claim it exists.
He don't want that little girl on his albums, or that little girl don't want to be on his albums.
It will never happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
Yeah, where's Joe? Where's Joe Biden? Okay. You what are they called? The Aryan Nation or whatever? Okay, I got some news for you. Drake and Ariana Grande.
It will never happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Not ever.
There you go. And I was clapping too, because I don't want it either. But yeah. Massive. Hardly massive. You call a song massive, it better be massive, you know? But it wasn't. So.
What about George Massive?
We don't need to talk about George Massa at all. You don't even. No,
George
actually,
Massive.
I don't want to hear George. No, I know what you were doing as a pun. George Massa, George Massive. But look, you hate George Massa.
A lot of George is better than him.
George Massa?
No, he does, because George Massa, Jesse, is Llama Beats. That's who was singing.
There's a lot of George is better than him, okay?
No, listen.
George Michael Bluth, George Oscar Bluth, George Washington.
He's a legend.
Mel, just because someone doesn't like someone's song, that doesn't mean they hate them.
He might not be a top 50 again? George.
Jesse was incensed.
Jesse,
I've never heard him that mad in a voicemail.
Let me ask him. He's on the show right now. Do you hate George Massa?
Fuck that one song.
Yeah, the song.
I don't know him to hate him.
Do you hate the man?
No, but there's like 50 Georges better than that one song.
What about George Lopez?
Better. Piece of shit, but better guy than
Piece of
him.
shit? What did he do?
Something crazy with his wife. Like he
that's his business, though.
An organ transplant from her and then divorced her.
Again,
no, like serious. George Lopez, his wife like gave him an organ, and then he was like, "Fuck that, I'm out of here."
I never liked you.
Right. He got that organ and said to make you have to get up out of there style.
That's fucked up.
George Lopez organ transplant. Yeah.
And you still think he's better than George Massa?
No.
George Lopez is recuperating from transplant surgery after receiving a kidney donated by his wife, and then he bounced on her.
What a fucking asshole.
What did they say on the internet? Well, no one ever asked what were the vibes of his wife, though.
Right, yeah.
The vibes were she was willing to give him one of her organs.
I mean...
No, they said maybe the kid had bad vibes, maybe
Yeah, right.
Why do we question husbands? Trust me, as a husband who threw in that towel, why do we question husbands for throwing in that towel?
If your wife gave you an organ, you don't have to question anymore.
I don't know. There could be instances. Well, she's holding it over his head the whole time. It's like, you know.
Oh, it's like he's talking about, I got to go do a stand-up gig, and she's like, but I gave you an organ.
You that organ, you know.
And it's like, well, if you keep bringing it up, Oh shit! He cuts the organ out of his own body. Take it.
Take it
Yeah,
back.
I still got George Lopez over George Massive.
I think if that happens, you got to give it back.
Boy George, Curious George, a lot of Georges.
Legends only. You running through legends right now.
I'm talking. There's a rapper named Curious George Mel, but you ain't rap.
Oh no,
we know
I'm talking about the monkey. Okay, he's great. All right. I hope
I'm gonna
right.
clip that and then Mel talking about vagina or something.
I'm talking about the monkey. All right.
We can move on.
Okay. Track 9, flights booked. Then why we take off? Flat 6.
7-. Ding me, baby.
6+.
Wow. I guess I'm the biggest Drake stan now.
My only note was they're gonna attack me for this. I said Disclosure shits on this. That was my only note.
We don't care about no Disclosure.
No, don't act like they don't got hits. Don't do that.
They aren't
act
artists.
Like they don't make better EDM.
They're producers. They're producers. They work
right, and they bring in better artists to do better vocals over better beats.
That's run of the mill shit to me. That's sterile.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's surface level, but it's still better than this.
Don't be bringing that Chipotle music over here either.
All
okay,
right. You don't like Latch? We gonna act like you don't like Latch?
No, I like Latch, but Latch is a hit. I'm talking about. I'm not trying to listen to their albums and put them in the pantheon of house music, EDM, anything.
I never put them in no pantheon. I ain't say shit about no pantheon. I'm just saying it's better than this. Okay.
Okay. So is Ronald McDonald's house music. Okay, if he made it, it doesn't matter.
Ain't them kids sick?
Okay, this is fake ahead of me. Jesse gave that a 6+, and I agree. Musically, this is very 2-drink minimum, grown and sexy lounge. It's Mel's house song that you found on Soulseek.
Oh, okay. I got it already.
I do feel like this is classic Drake songwriting on here, though, that we've been missing from the entire album so far. I guess this is the Flyout record, but there's an emotionality to it. And I feel like this one might end up being kind of catchy. Some singing on here. Maybe this is the one I thought might be the single. Is this John Tolliver singing, Mel?
I would have. I don't think that. I didn't hear anything like that.
Okay, I wrote We Don't Care, but this is definitely Drake's new age bullshit album, full stop. This is straight up alcoholic, degenerate gambler music now. No more time for idle threats and whatnot.
Okay. I'm so confused by the existence of this album, but Jesse?
My notes say some of that flow intro. Interesting to sample Marsh's voice this way. I definitely relate to this.
Oh, this is a Flowetry sample?
Flowetry getting late, yeah. The beginning part, yeah. Interesting, this like they turned her voice into like a note, kind of. Interesting to sample Marsha's voice this way. I definitely relate to this. If I were single, this could apply to someone. Singing at the end dropped this to a 6+. It was a 7-.
Must be John Tolliver.
Let me check the credit. I didn't really hear nobody else on here. Like, it was just Drake.
No, there was definitely like some British dude singing at the end.
Yeah, that shit went left at the end, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
I'm checking the credits. Lights are booked. I don't see no names I recognize. Yeah, I see Marsha Ambrosius, but, you know, the Flowetry sample. Yeah, I don't know. Viola Davis? I see V. Davis. I don't know. Anyway.
Might be Viola Davis.
Yeah, he got her on here. You want to keep going?
Yeah.
Track 10, Overdrive, flat 6.
Flat 5.
6+.
Look, I was telling you going in. My only note is I wrote, I don't care, period, about Drake's girlfriends, period, anymore, period. That's it. Like,
okay,
it's run the course like this. We get it, Drake. All right. So none of these girls do right by you. You can't find the right one.
The songwriting and the melodies on here were really strange to me. Really strange from Drake. Totally out of character. There's this really flat and a weak sounding kick drum. Also some guitars. This sounds like the intro music to an HBO show that doesn't exist yet. This is the Moulz the XX Angels remix kick drum. Beef that shit up. Back to the songwriting that just feels totally out of Drake's depth and lacks the stickiness of his usual writing, much like the earlier songs in the track list. Just lacks oomph. Okay, after a minute and a half, there's more movement to the programming and sounds in the beat to flesh it out some more, but I still don't dig Drake's actual writing or delivery on here at all.
You preaching to the choir. I mean, I don't know why he did this.
This one sounded weak though. Out of all like the dance records, this sounded like unmixed and somewhat undercooked.
Undercooked. That Action Bronson. He's a chef. That meme. It's unnecessary. There's no need for this.
There's no need for this. Jesse?
My notes just say not terrible, but I'm tired of this already.
Should I hit the running on empty drop for you?
I suppose. This whole album's pretty much running on empty.
That's what I was saying, you know?
This is Running on Empty.
All right. Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. Track 11, downhill. I mean, the whole thing has been downhill. Flat 5.
7-. I actually like this one. Sing Me Baby.
7+.
It's as simple as this. I'm emo Mel. This was like too cheery for me. It's like,
okay,
you know, I can't be dealing with this. Like
I thought you'd like this one because of the production. Actually,
no, that was my least favorite part of it.
Interesting, because there's a lot of things that remind me of stuff like percussion elements that you hear on like Sade albums, for example.
See, he wishes he was Sade. He's been trying to get her on an album for years.
He ain't never gonna do a song with her if he keeps this kind of shit up. Okay, you got some finger snaps in here. You got some ambient elements. This one wouldn't have sounded out of place on Views or More Life. You got some other vocalists on here coming in, like a trio of vocalists, talking about try, 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 and I try. Drake's not bad on here. Feels like something we've heard from him before. There's not going to be a kick drum on this whole record, I ask. We're not going to go there like Drake on the second half of You With Me. This is just hanging out on the beach house music in the beach house, like at night, you know? If it had this go there moment, you know what I'm talking about, Mel? When he goes into another gear, he gives it some oomph. If we had a moment like that, this could have been the highlight of the album for me. But I still think, as it stands, it's one of the better records on here. Then you get some Afrobeats vibes at the end of the record.
I'm telling you right now, Sade's at home and she listened to this thinking she's going to give him another shot, you know? Maybe I'll give him that feature. And then she heard it. What's this shit? And she's never going to give him a feature. She's never going to do it.
Nope. It's going to go down in history that the only rapper she worked with officially was Jay-Z.
Did she?
Bad record, too.
Oh, yeah. The Moon in the Sky remix. I think we talk about it on some episode we recently did.
It's not from his album.
Crenshaw or something.
No, it's
it was like a Sade, like a deluxe.
It's on a greatest edition, I think it's on like a greatest hits as well.
No,
yeah,
don't count.
Like a bonus.
It's
track,
a Noah 40 remix of Moon in the Sky featuring Jay-Z.
That shit don't count.
Yeah. Jesse, notes.
7+. My notes say I fell for the Michael Jackson minimal music African choir bullshit. We don't connect anymore. Far, far, far gone. That sounds like Jesse's divorce. Tell me you're ready to walk away. Definitely fake art bullshit with these African tribal accents. We going downhill.
Okay.
Drake was saying we going downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to be usually stylish things like that from Drake pop me. God, I didn't need this album. He didn't need this album. The world didn't need this album. He should have. This is a classic example of he could have made all these and picked one of these and then put one of these songs on an album. The best one, you know?
So he should have put Calling My Name.
For you, it's the Pussy song. For me, the closest thing would have been like Massive or, just Massive. You know?
What do you give Massive?
6+.
Oh, man, I think that means you don't like anything on here.
Well, no, because the song I do like, we're getting to it, it's not like the rest of them. It's a rap song. It's not a dance song. So, yeah. He should have kept all these glorified demos to himself, picked the best one, and kept working at it until it was a good Drake song. But, nah, he wanted to go downhill. So, here we are.
Yeah, unrelated. That OK Player is dead.
What do you mean?
Nothing in the,
posting still in like GD and sometimes in the lesson.
Nothing in GD or the lesson about Drake album, and he's like the biggest guy in the world.
They don't care about Drake. It's OK Player, dude. They didn't care about his
still
albums.
A topic.
They don't care.
They cared about him on Room for Improvement.
Look, when I made a post about the record Wu-Tang Forever on there, we read some of it on the air on the Wu-Tang on the Drake episode. They were hating. They were mad. They just didn't want to hear anything about it.
He's still a name.
They don't care.
That side is dead.
No, they're more concerned with like Gensu Dean's album. They don't care about
any of the other releases tonight.
Nothing. Before we move on, I just want to say fuck the Ketchup Man.
Who?
The Ketchup Man. Moulz gets it.
That's a weird message board, man. I gotta say. I mean, all message boards
the
are
Ketchup
weird,
Company.
Though. They all have.
Yeah, I know
their
the
own
Ketchup
lore.
Man. Okay, I know the fuck. This is the album. This is the artist where you say fuck the Ketchup Man.
He's still gonna he's gonna cape for this. He's still gonna say it's good.
Oh, he's gonna say it's groundbreaking. We know about him. Okay.
Yeah. I'll type it in the chat.
Wait, there's your. No, I don't know this person.
He's a Ketchup Man.
Okay.
Anyway, we can move on.
Okay. Track 12, Tie That Binds, flat 5.
Flat 7.
Another watch, I guess, flat 6.
I don't know, Moulz. You kind of like this thing, I think. There's been enough takeaways where, like, what is it, 14 tracks?
Yep.
What is this? How many is this you like so far?
5.
So this isn't a complete failure, I would say, based on...
Nah, they're 7s. 7 minus is 1 7 plus. I'm never going to listen to this again.
I mean, the 7's a 7, though, you know?
I'm rating the music, but I'm never going to listen to this thing again. I haven't listened to CLB
I'm glad
since we
you
did
said
the
it
first
because
listen.
I was going to say it at the end. This is a rare instance where this Drake album went off and it's like, I don't want to hear this again.
I said I bought it to rate it. I'm trying to just get the job done. I don't care to listen to this shit, but I'm going to rate it on how I feel about the music while I am listening to it.
You felt good.
I felt all right.
I didn't feel good.
I wasn't as annoyed as you were with this because at this point I've already given up on Drake.
I mean,
you gave Dark Lane demo tapes a 14 out of 14. I gave it a 7 out of 14.
Yes,
okay.
I did.
I don't care anymore. So
I was annoyed. I am annoyed because he dropped this thing for no reason and then had the nerve to make it this.
The only thing I could say I'm annoyed about is I thought he had a great verse on the Jack Harlow song, and I thought, like, damn, between that and like even some of the more rap centric records on CLB like Champagne Poetry, I was thinking maybe he cared about rapping again, only to hear an album where he raps on only 2 of the actual songs out of 14 of them.
Nah, he cares about placing bets. All right, download the Stake app now.
But see, all I said about this was, this is another one that I describe as house music meets Afro beats meets the usual Drake R&B girl record. There's this Spanish guitar or mandolin or something that comes in. Sounds very nice. This is Moulz and Corpy in 2011 at the Midtown open bars, getting lit with the stockbrokers and the fake entrepreneur influencers. Piece of trash. Okay, this is very serene music. This is expensive music. I like this, but I'll probably never hear it again.
He should have learned. Hate to just be this blunt. He should have learned how to sing before he did an album like this. I think this could have gone that much further if he just had a stronger voice. Like, he can't be doing records like this. We've talked about this because he's not like a house music quality
he
singer.
lacks, as a vocalist, he lacks that third gear that true great vocalists have.
He lacks power. Like, he lacks force. You know, like,
all he did in his transition from, you know, the early mixtapes into Thank Me Later, so, you know, into Take Care, into Nothing Was the Same, was learn how to hold a note, basically.
Yeah.
But he doesn't go out of his range ever.
He's doing like finesse. You know that song? He's doing like finesse flows and melodies on like dance music. I hate that. Like, I feel like he didn't even fully commit the way. Like I said, he's out of his depth. He wasn't ready for this. He should have took his time, learned how to really attack songs like this.
I got usual Drake R&B girl record writing out of this one. This wasn't the one. This isn't one of the ones that. In fact, this and Sticky were the 2 that felt the most like Drake records.
I mean, I was talking about the whole album. Like, he should have went to like.
They just felt the most familiar to me. It would have sounded like something that he maybe would have thrown on A More Life, for example.
Yeah. He should have went to like dance camp or like boot camp, like, and like really learn how to write songs like these. Because I feel like he just took the same approach he would take on records that aren't like this and tried to apply them to this, and it didn't work for me.
Dude, we spent 3 years trying to really master the art of writing a pop record while also, you know, dabbling in some music like this. And we never nailed this.
Yeah.
We nailed other
it's
things.
Not easy.
We never nailed this.
There's a whole art to this kind of music.
Yeah, you can't just say, I want to do something, do it half-assed, and then we all clap for you. Well, I guess in this case, I will clap for you because I thought this was decent.
All right. Jesse, tie that binds notes.
Notes say George Benson meets more music for Diddy to dry hump men to.
Well, that sounds like something I'd love to listen to. So
yeah.
I love George Benson, and, you know, I was complaining some of this stuff didn't sound gay enough.
There you go.
Here we are. You know, should have been gayer. My one sentence review of this album is should have been gayer. So,
I'm clipping that. Mel doing the audit.
Something I never had to say watching The Erotic Barber, okay? He is the best of the best, okay? He's the best. The best. I've seen a lot of gay porn.
A lot?
Yes, I do a yearly audit, Jesse.
Okay, how much do you watch during the audit?
It's like a dedicated night, you know?
So, you know, just say one scene and you give your rating?
You know, like 4 or 5 scenes, different situations, different ethnicities. Trying to see if, like, maybe the blacks do it better, you know? But it's always been a 6.
I love you, Mel. You're one of the weirdest people I've ever known. I've never heard of this. annual audit.
Most people do an audit once in their life and then make a decision from that point on and don't.
When you've seen as much smut as I am, you have to spin the block because, certain stuff gets old. So you have to be like, man, maybe I overlooked something.
I've seen less than 60 seconds of gay porn in my life, and it just it does nothing for me.
It's a 5 for you, 6 for me. It's all right. I appreciate the craftsmanship, like the passion, the performance.
I would have given it a flat 5 before I discovered the erotic barber.
The erotic barber.
I consider basically the erotic barber to be my current artistic muse, so I give it a 7 actually.
There we go. Yeah, I'm not watching with my ding-a-ling out, but I think he's great at what he does.
I'm not watching no ding-a-ling movies either, but I am analyzing him as a performer, as someone who loves this business.
Exactly. That's why he's great. So.
He's going to be on Rad Wonder.
I would literally one of my bucket list persons to have on the show right now.
Drake, the erotic barber, would have made a better album than you.
And would make a better guest on the show than you as well. I hate to say it.
No, I think Drake would be a good guest.
You think he'd be
I think
better
after
than
this
the
review,
erotic
he's
barber?
never coming on. Because he probably thinks Mel hates him, even though I love him to death. But
are you saying on the record right now, Drake would be a more entertaining interview than the erotic barber?
I was never. You just said he'd be. Well, did you say he'd be a bad guest? Because I think he'd be a good guest.
I didn't say he'd be a bad guest.
I wasn't comparing them.
I said he could never be as good of a guest as the erotic barber.
I don't know. I think he has a chance.
No, he has zero chance. He has no chance.
Even if he drank some of them spritzers and got loose?
Fuck out of here. He's always on them spritzers. We know about him.
Okay. I think if we got him like in the wacky style, like juvenile review vibes, like he's
still not topping the erotic barber.
Oh, the erotic barber is topping him.
He's topping him. You got it now.
Right? You got it.
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Well, hey. Great minds think alike. How about
I think Drake is scared of getting topped by the erotic barber because it might unearth something that he didn't know existed within him.
As soon as Moulz said he's not topping the erotic barber, I said, that's a clip moment.
Excuse me?
I said, as soon as Moulz said he's not topping the erotic barber, I was like, oh yeah, that's something I can clip. And then I was like, Mel is about to say, erotic barber's topping him. That's what I said to myself. I know the show too well.
Jesse. Okay. Well, I would fear erotic barber top myself because he looked like he was really good at his job.
Why would you fear it?
Because I might get turned out. If it's that good, there's no coming back. No pun intended.
So you've explored the possibility of getting top from this man?
After seeing him perform, of course I'm going to think, I wonder what that feels like.
Let's move on. You can wonder about it from a woman, but whatever.
Oh, my God. We know about you.
Yeah, we know about me.
Women, if you want men to be interested in you, come up with a gimmick and work the gimmick.
They could never be the erotic barber.
He is the OG in this particular field.
Woman, if you want men to be interested in you, just give good head.
No, don't give good head. Find a character to...
That is how men will be interested in you, woman.
You got it. Well, obviously, good head is part of the business plan of the erotic barber.
Right.
But without the gimmick,
that will keep you around in my life as a woman. Huh?
But like I said, without the gimmick, he's just another dude giving head.
If you want men to be interested in you, woman, I'll put up with a lot of bullshit for that.
We know about you, Jesse. You saw that woman on Twitter. She's rapping in her car to the songs, and you said, I don't want a girl who's into underground rap.
That. Yeah,
but
that.
Here's the thing. The men that do, they don't want top from just anyone. They want top from the chick who's rapping your old Drew songs. So
fuck that.
That's the gimmick she's working. Well, the gimmick doesn't work for you. but there could be a gimmick that worked for you.
Like, imagine I'm with this girl trying to, you know, set the mood or whatever. She's like, put on some Crime Apple. I would kick her out of my apartment.
Women,
trying to set the mood to no Crime Apple.
I don't want no head. I want give me some money.
Women, I don't want no head. I want a gift certificate to the erotic barber.
Or that'll work. Think it's worth it for the experience. Like, you know, I get a t-shirt. I visited the erotic barber.
Okay, but you don't gotta. You can visit without getting the whole service. You could just get the haircut.
All right. Can we move on?
I would hate to not.
Track 13, Liability. 5+.
4-. Worst song on the album by far to me.
No, I guess we got another, 6-.
I haven't played the What's Drop It All tonight, but here.
To all my niggas that been living it up, what you do.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Listen,
this whole album is a watch.
First things first, this is the third time on the album now where the album's supposed to feel like a EDM DJ set, but there's an abrupt transition between tracks. Kind of kills the immersion. There are some loud hi-hats on here, some ambient reverse sounds, and Drake's vocals are like totally pitched down. I don't get this decision at all. It's bad music, doesn't fit with the sound of this project. It's not in the tempo of the rest of this project. Talking about playing with my emotions. You're too busy dancing in the club to our songs. We don't care. We're running on empty.
This is what I've been saying.
Bullshit. And this song it's like a slowed song. Why is it even on this album? It's not EDM. It's not house, trance, nothing like that. What is it doing here?
What is this whole thing doing here?
This feels like it was
all night.
Something that was cut from the what was the record on CLB with the Bun B Get Throwed sample? TSU?
No, Into Deep. That's a good record.
In Too Deep. Like, there's like a suite of songs around In Too Deep that are kind of like in this lane content wise. This sounds like it was cut from that suite and now it's just popping up here. This shit is garbage, man. I don't like this.
Though, that was a song I slept on initially, and it ended up being one of my favorite songs.
I liked In Too Deep from our first listen, but
you did. I slept. You were always on board, but I came on board later.
This is not something I will ever like. I'll put it up with what's that? Hermé Link, Ice Blue Mink.
What's that? Galchester.
Yeah, that's up there with Galchester. This is one of my least favorite Drake records.
I guess the only good thing I could say about this record, this album, is like this. There's no song as bad as Teenage Fever, so that's a win, I suppose. Yeah, this song, I'm like, she's like, call me daddy. We've been through this on the show a million times. Stop the daddy talk. It's weird. It's not cool. Something about like your mom's sweet, so like you're the apple that fell far from the tree. It's just like, I'm sick of this performative misogyny, okay? Like, that's not cool. Misogyny itself isn't cool, but like, I can accept it. I hate to say this, but I can accept it if it's authentic. I feel like this is performative. We're just fishing for Instagram captions. Like, let's be as toxic as possible. Let's say like the most like backhanded, like, you know, sly, stinging, bitter stuff possible. Like, I'm not popping for this. I'm not feeling it. I don't care about this. You know, that's it. Whatever happened to, you know, Drake wines, it used to be, it felt like, you know, we were holding women accountable in the confines of the relationship. Like, you know, you just run over, we want to run over my feelings like you're drinking and driving in an 18-wheeler. You know, that's that. This is like just constantly like, I again ask, who is this for? Who is this music for? Is it for her to listen to and feel bad as he's telling her these things? Is it for him to listen to and be like, yeah, I told her? Like, who is this for?
This is not in my notes, but this just came to me. This is Drake's first non-cult of personality album.
Well, I feel like the whole thing is kind of because like we're supposed to care about his relationship.
Well, sure, but what relationship is he even referring to? We don't even know if he's in a relationship right now.
Right. Which is why, again, I hope that
there's no timestamp kind of diary flow record on here where he updates us on where he's at right now. This album is totally free of any actual statements from Drake about where he's at in his life, and we've never heard that on a Drake album before.
Maybe I missed the diary raps. Maybe if he would have mentioned Rihanna or something. No, that wouldn't have saved it. I wouldn't.
These are just kind of formless records with generic lyrics about some girl that, like, look, we'd take it back to Donda for a second. We know who Kanye's talking about on there. He's trying to get his wife back, right? Or his ex-wife. So those records play into the tabloid stuff and the cult of personality, and it's not like he's just talking to some mystery person. This album is Drake just talking about a relationship that we seemingly have no clue about. Is he in a relationship now?
No idea. I just like, I don't know why, but whenever he makes records like this, at this point, I just assume he's talking about Georgia Smith. Just, you know, because that was probably the peak of like Hurt Man records from him, that Jaded. Like,
so he's on his Mel shit and talking about something that ended years ago.
No, because to be on your Mel shit, you have to have never even dated them.
Oh, right.
Yeah. He's on his Drake shit. This is, and it's run its course with me. I'm good on all this.
Jesse?
So question, this is something that we brought up on the common review that Mel kind of wanted to talk around. Did you ever like even know that girl, like, for real?
I never wanted to talk around that. It just wasn't the time and place for that.
Did you know her for real?
No. That's what I told you in the common review. I never, it's a whole...
Never met her in person?
No, I met her.
So you knew her. Okay, got it.
The way I would define no, I didn't know her. I wanted to know.
Did she know you?
Unfortunately, in a bad way. She knew me as I was referred to as, I believe my friend Brian said that she said I was a creeper. So there we go. But that was a different time in my life. All right. I was a teenager. I didn't know anything.
All right, we can move on.
And being a creeper, just to clarify, I don't want to leave a cliffhanger, consists of texting emo freestyles to her number that I secured from my friend's phone without her permission.
Wow, that's some sick shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't like dick pics or, you know.
That's still sick.
No, I know.
You ain't got the number, but you got the number? Like,
yeah.
The freestyles is scarier than the dick pics.
It is.
The dick pics is just like, oh, it's another dude sending me a dick pic. The freestyles are like, this is some Zodiac shit.
Did you like say this is Melvin at the end, or?
Well, she cut me off, like, you know, mid-bar. I don't know, it was like bar 12. And she said, my boyfriend says you need to stop texting me.
Wait.
And then I incorporated that into, like, the final 4 bars.
Wait, were you sending the, like, line by line freestyling?
Yeah, man.
So, like, multiple texts?
Yeah, man. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
Didn't even just send a straight paragraph with the bars.
This is back when there was a character limit in the text. You know, like,
Moulz, you know what sending them extra text was after she cut him off, or my boyfriend said stop. You know what that was, right?
I mean,
that was his boy. That was his boy getting hit by the girl and trying to rap through it.
Oh, I hear you.
I just realized Drake's gonna hear this review. And he's going to hone in on me because I've been the most negative. And he's going to take this and use it. He's going to diss me. The song's coming out soon. He's going to be
and he's going to fly me out.
I heard you was texting girls, you know, something.
He's going to fly me out, bro.
And he's going to fly you and Jesse out and leave me here in Peoria or whatever.
Drake, don't fly me out, please. I don't care.
Well, I guess I'm going alone.
Yeah.
It's a club jersey.
Am I supposed to be reading liability notes?
That sounds like the lawyer in like court in a couple of years when we're being sued by our sponsor. Yeah.
How you send it out in bars, but you ain't get the signal. You know, something like that.
What are you talking about right now, Will?
It's like a Drake line. He'd be like, you know, phone signal bars.
You know how he made that guy famous for one day because he said he would fuck his wife or something?
Yeah, that happened like a few weeks ago. Yeah, he's gonna do me like that, and I'm gonna.
That wasn't
it's
real.
Gonna hurt because I love the guy, and this is my least favorite Drake album. I've never been this low on a Drake in my life.
Mel tried to weasel his way out of this review, folks.
No, I definitely did not try to weasel my way out of it because I dislike it. I've disliked things before. Most things we listen to in the first listen series, I'm not a fan of. I'm upset that he did this. Like, why did he release this? It didn't make sense to release. Like, I would have been fine if we turned it on and it was a rap album. I would have just been like, oh, okay, whatever.
Well,
we started listening and I'm like, this isn't even rap. Like, what is this?
Are you saying that because this is rap rankings, or because you just would rather have heard a rap album from him in general?
Because it's rap rankings, because with it not being rap, I have to sort of alter my whole approach because I'm used to talking about rap on this show, not dance music. I mean, I could do that.
2 out of the 14 records on here would be classified as rap records. The next record coming up,
Sticky and Jimmy Cooks.
Sticky.
You know, but yeah, it's like, I don't even know what to say. I don't ever have, why would I be in this mode? We never talk about this brand of music on this show. So it's like, I don't even know what to say about it. I know I'm not enjoying it. I know that much, but like, I'm not in a space to talk about the intricacies of dance music. You know, like this is the weirdest first listen yet. This is like, he gave us.
I'm chilling. I think we're fine.
No, I'm not talking about what we're like first in terms of the topic, not like our performance right now. I'm saying like, this is every first listen prior to this has been a rap album. You know how like we didn't do the Doja Cat album because it's like, well, you know, it's not all the way rap.
She raps more than Drake.
At this point on this album, yeah, you could definitely say that.
You know, but like I was upset because like 4 or 5 tracks in, I'm like, so this is what, like, we got ready for like, you not even rapping. Like, had I known it was going to be this, you know, like, it's stupid. I'm sick of these surprise albums from these celebrities. I'm sick of these celebrities that don't want to make music no more, continuing to make music. I'm fine if you retire. You know, it's okay to leave. Okay. Instead of channeling these recordings into other business ventures, you know?
All right. Let's finish this up.
My notes say I can relate to this topic material. Your pride might be the reason we don't make it to see good days. I don't like the line, then you step back with this shit, girl. You hit the Harden on me.
Yeah. James Harden is a bad
the pitch down vocals made Jesse feel like he needed to go back and listen to some Tylo, I'm sure.
No, I didn't think about Tyler at all.
All right, let's wrap this up. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Track 14, Jimmy Cooks, 7-.
Featuring 21 Savage, 6+.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
7+.
This isn't even like, you know, prime Drake rapping. It's just, I think honestly it benefited from being like what is it, like the water in the desert, like the oasis, and it's like, okay, finally, like it's not even so much about it being familiar, but it's like you're actually good at this. So
it's not even like Sticky where it's the EDM type beat with the rapping. This is just straight up something that could have been on any of the last 5 releases from him.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what went a long way too. His vocal mix was actually good. Like, this sounds like how he should always sound. Like he's in a studio, like somebody cared when they mixed it. Like, that helped. Even with that, I think I've outgrown him. I think I've reached that point in my life where Drake just doesn't do it for me anymore in the way that he did. And that's totally fine. You know, the worst part of Savage Mode 2 returned because he had him on here, 21 Savage on here, just to come in and say pussy and then start his verse. Okay, we know about pussy, but we did get some good stuff that we didn't get on Savage Mode 2. Review out now. That humor. I don't know if you caught it. I like the backside of his head like he Bart.
in the 21 feature run, this one is pretty good. It was the best part of the song for me. Although I like the beat Drake was rapping over better than what 21 was rapping over. It really did sound like a Savage Mode 2 throwaway that just got tacked on. I'm not a fan of all this Travis Scott-esque beat switching. And I have to say, it's a 6+ for me, because even though this is the exact kind of record Drake's been making, to varying levels of success for the last 6 to 8 years, why is this on this album? It's like he's trying to make his EDM house album, and he still has to throw one of these on there for some reason.
Right. I don't know why it's here.
Right. Why did we get something like this on here? I'm not saying that this would have been a 7 for me if this was a rap album. I think it would have been what it is. But I'm just confused. I don't like this album enough either to be that mad about it. But I'm a bit confused about why the last 2 records on this album had nothing to do with the sound of the first 12.
My big hang up with this whole thing, I feel like, me personally, Mel feels like Drake wasted the world's time with this. It didn't feel like it was time for a Drake album.
It wasn't.
This is not at all what I needed from him. It's just, this had no need to exist. That's how I feel towards this thing.
Jesse, what do you think of this?
There was a line on this song where he says, bro think he John Wayne. So I said, look at these people.
Dude, I wrote in my notes, John Wayne, look at these drizzies.
Yeah, there we go.
Could that be a Clips reference, Moulz?
Oh,
you think
pussy,
21 Savage is?
Yeah.
You think he's
I don't think so.
Or if it is, I don't think Drake will let that fly on his album. Let's see here. I'm entertained by 21 Savage. If I was Will Smith, I would have slapped him with a stick. That's funny.
I much enjoyed asking all them questions. Must think you Nadeska. That was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But the album was recorded and released in real time. There's an R.I.P. Lil Key line, and that was a month ago. So
again, with this, why did you give us half
he didn't spend a lot of time making the album.
He didn't. He didn't, and it's clear to me. I don't know about the rest of the records, but yeah, Lil Key wasn't that long ago, so it's
a month ago.
I always hate when that happens, when the album drops and it's something that just happened last week. So I just have to, accept that you just made this song. Everyone's process is different, but me, when I would make things, I wouldn't know. I got to sit with it for a while. Because you could be high on something and a week later be like, this was trash.
I've made
Or
mistakes
you can make
like
something
that.
and be like, it's trash. And then a week later be like, no, there was something here actually.
You got to make that last song for the album so it's the one you get to sit with the least. And you're like, oh man, I wish I had another month or 2 with this one.
Yeah.
I have nothing left to say about this. We don't care.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Drake, you jumped the shark with this, and I don't know if you can unjump it, but
he's too successful. He's too successful to fail, and people seem to like it. I think he'll be fine. It's a 5 out of 14 for me. 35% takeaway, an 84 out of 140 available points for a 60% average rating, giving me a 47.5% weighted. That is 2.5% less than what I gave CLB.
I like one
and
song.
it's 10% less than what I gave Dark Lane demo tapes.
I don't remember. I just know Dark Lane and CLB are better than this for sure. They have to be. I like 1 out of 14, 7% takeaway, 77 out of 140 points, 55% average, 7 plus 55 divided by 2. Mel's weighted rating 31%. That makes it it's tied with Gunna DS4 in terms of its rating, but Gunna had a higher margin of error with 19 tracks. So this is my second worst album I've reviewed this year. The worst is FKA Twigs' Capri Songs. So
this is the worst, quote unquote, rap album or album from a rapper this year.
Crazy. Well, this isn't it's not even a rap album, but for Drake to have the second worst album of the year is, I wasn't even this low on More Life when it first dropped, which I was relatively low on compared to other projects, and came around on some tracks. But like, this is easily my least favorite Drake album, and I don't see that changing. It's at the bottom.
This is probably my least favorite studio album from him as well.
Jesse, you got?
I'm 4 out of 14. I don't got no weighted. I didn't do no numbers.
I didn't do no numbers.
Yes, 4 out of 14 though.
It'd be somewhere in like the 40s, most likely. Low 40s.
So where do you guys stand on Drake moving forward?
I just
cashing in your chips.
Think about it.
I mean, I cashed in my chips long ago. I just don't care anymore. So if he puts something out, I guess, check it out.
A few years, maybe last year, it was like, oh, we got to see how this ends. We can't turn this off.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. At this point, it seems to be ending uneventfully and very boring. Like The Irishman, at the end of that movie, spoiler alert, when they're all old in the jail and shit. Like, it's just going to be like old man Drake looking back at all this fucking boring ass music, and I don't know. I don't care. You don't care. Mel doesn't care. Mel not caring may be the biggest indictment of this whole review.
Look, even with me not caring, I will always defend Drake against bad faith actors and people who push intellectually dishonest narratives against him. As far as music, I think I don't need any more from him. He should make a spoken word bongo album, or he should get back into acting. Either two of those, or he should become fat. That's always a way to make Mel happy. Like, shout out to the surrealist Christopher Lynch. He sent me a DM on Instagram. Like, somebody suggested that Kendrick should come back as Fat Kendrick. And I'm like, listen, every rapper should do that.
No.
I want fat versions of every rapper, especially Drake. Drake needs to get fat. That's the real evolution. Like, enough of the cornrows and the earrings. Let's get sloppy, man. That's how we're going to get the good stuff. So,
all right. Spoiler, I'll be back at some point. Maybe this year for the next Drake project that's being covered. I don't know why, but Moulz said I needed to be on that episode. I don't know. Maybe more to be revealed.
All right.
Like Moulz said, Jesse, I need you on this episode. And I was like, I don't get it, but okay.
I need you on it.
All right, we'll figure that out when we get to it. You got a moment, Mel? Quick receipt style.
Receipt style.
Yeah. 11 minute 17 second mark. Go to that for me.
Oh brother.
Yeah. Go. 11 minutes 17 seconds.
I'll take your word for it.
Just press play.
No.
Press play. I need the audience to hear this.
I can't press it on the thing because it's gonna.
Okay. Well,
Jesse was right, I guess.
Mel admits defeat. Yeah.
There was the Pusha T that also happened in the Pusha. No, I'm not imagining things.
It only happened once.
I'm telling you it happened. Go back, folks.
I listened to the Pusha T episode in the last month. I just listened to Jack Harlow a couple days ago.
I could say from the outside looking in, this is not an interesting argument.
Hey. Mel, in the words of the Hotline Queen, okay, you ain't no Rab, you ain't no A-Rab. I know the show better than you.
No, I remember this happening.
But you don't remember nothing.
All right, Pop Smoke, Meet the Woo, out this Wednesday.
All right.
Moulz Mel, Meet the Woo, season 6.
Folks, go listen to the real show. Go listen to the rap rankings. These first listens, these hot takes. Stop burning yourself on these takes already and listen to some real stuff that we sat and thought about. You know, we didn't just run to the microphone, okay? And Drake, if you're listening, I love you. I do. Please stop making music.
Shit. This is pathetic.
Stop making music. He needs to know that. He needs to hear that. Nobody's telling him.
Folks, we appreciate all engagement. It sounds like
Mel
was saying,
don't
listen
love
to
love
first
no
listens.
more. You never Stevie Wonder, love is in need of love, okay? Moulz hears that I love Drake. He's disgusted. This is a loveless world. That's the problem. Drake, I love you. Steph Curry, I love you. Dad, I love you. Okay?
Only one of those
I got
people
love
you
to go
actually
around.
know.
Patrons, I love you. Rap Rankings listeners, I love you. Okay?
You got to stop loving these idos. These false idos, okay?
I'm allowed to love.
Dad's the only one who deserves love out of that opening lineup, all right?
I love who I want to love. It's Pride Month.
Right. Mel loves the erotic barber.
I love him too.
If you don't love the erotic barber, I don't want your business over here at Rab, okay?
I feel practically nothing.
Excuse me?
What?
I feel practically nothing.
You feel practically nothing.
No, you don't believe that's false. You don't believe that. You enjoy him. You don't feel a 5 about the erotic
We didn't riff
barber.
on him for 2 hours in the common review
For you to say you feel nothing.
You feel nothing.
The Moulz Mel and Jesse banter is a 10. The erotic barber is a 5.
No,
Jesse,
his
I
work
need
is
to
a
ask
5
you
to
this
you.
right now.
I don't
That's
know
what
you.
you're thinking about.
Will you participate in the table read of my upcoming screenplay, The Erotic Barber versus Sweeney Rod, the Demon Barber of Skeet Street?
Of course.
That's all I need to know. Folks, we'll see you on Wednesday. And I guess it'll make more sense then when they actually hear the Pop Smoke episode.
Okay. Good night. It's an OVO ting for life still.
For life.